Hello guys, welcome back. Look, he's like, that would make a great talking point. Yeah, working with our favorite redhead. Because you guys know I practice stuff. I even practice it when I'm outside walking around, so the neighbors see me talking to myself, which is always a good example to set. Um, I noticed nobody commented on the video from last night. People were kind of like, uh-oh. Um, okay, Loki, okay, it's so important to him. But I made an idle offhand comment to Loki about, when Loki wants our attention, he can be really charming about it. And I think we're going to go in his direction, not my direction, but that's fine. And lately he's been doing cute stuff. Like every time I get up, he sets my computer to airplane mode and knocks out the internet. So far, he hasn't been enough of a jerk to do it while I'm uploading, but give him time, give him time, because he's like, he wants his attention too. He's already told me Odin can have all the attention in the world. Odin can have every day of the week. But when Loki wants Loki's attention, Loki's going to come and shove his brother out of the way. And you kind of feel this friendly rivalry that the brothers are testing each other's strength. And it's more of not a show that they put on for us, but they're both like, look at how strong I am. Look how strong I am. And I can imagine they're back there. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Because when they're together, they can be kind of juvenile. We have this idea of these majestic gods, and then we get two juveniles. And I got this very proud smile. And I was looking up heathen articles this morning. I looked up heathen Loki, and there's another heathen that works with Loki. And most people that work with Loki are smart. They're not owned by Loki. They're not Loki's personal property. They don't have little Loki paw prints all over them. But they said, they'd attended a conference, and the woman spoke about tricksters, and apparently it was horrible. You ever go to one of those conferences and they're just trash, and you wonder why you're pagan or anything else? And it was one of those people that think that if we just snap our fingers, the gods will appear. He's like, tell him about Loki in a box. I met a person years ago that had one of those dumbass services, and again, this is cultural appropriation, that they claim they could put gods and demons in a box. One, if you could put anything in a trap, anything in a box, that would be like almost god level magic, and no mortal has it. You can provide boxes for spirits to dwell in, so you already see the problem here. And they claim they had trapped Loki in a box. Or they say he got in the box willingly. And I'm like, son, if Loki got in that box willingly, that's because he's planning something. Do not, under any circumstances, ever open that box, even if you hear him singing, or you see a little paw reach out of the box, or the box turns to pure gold. Never open that box. And I said to another friend who worked with Loki, I said, can you imagine the chaos that would unfold if you somehow did, for argument's sake, and you can't, if you somehow did manage to lock him in a box, and then some unfortunate soul got it, and it's that Pandora's box syndrome with us humans, you would eventually open it and look in it. You might wait for years, but you'd eventually be like, Can you imagine him when he got out? It would be pure chaos. And I often wonder if they were Lokean making these things like, yeah, Loki in a box, sure. And it was like a couple $100 for Loki in a box, so it was interesting. And I noticed that when we change labels, you okay with this? Okay. I've noticed when we change labels, it's very much an empowerment thing. I'm never gonna sit here and bash Wicca, but for me, it was just you grow and change as a human being, and some people may end up in Wicca, and a lot of us began in Wicca. I had a lot of problems with coming from a religion where there's one god to being told what to do in the next area, but that's all I had at the time. So I just never quite fit in it, but I was like, well, whatever, I'll disregard this god goddess thing. I don't really like, do not try to scruff me if you're a human, tell me this is what you must do, these are your holidays, da 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 da. I never really fit into that. I don't listen well. I don't take instruction well. If you can tell me a good reason for it, a valid reason for it, I'll do it. But, so, I'll still keep stuff like Pentacle, stuff like I'll still keep it because I worked magic with it or word or something. And Freya and every month, especially, you know, the Vanir, because they're heavily into magic. Though Odin would remind us he's the first magician. They love it. Anything magical, they love it. They really don't seem to care what the system is, though of course there will be a lot of rune stuff around. And it was just interesting because I noticed if you put down one label and you take up another, people get awfully nervous because Wiccas tend to be seen as Hug a Bunny, very cute and nice. And I was the Wiccan that was writing articles about, you know, she may be and it harm none, but if you personally attack her, she may own a Smith & Wesson. That's the kind of Wiccan I was. Look, he's back here. I don't think you understand the simple precept of Wicca. And it harm none means no banky. Oh, shut up. Now he's making a joke about that. You can imagine. So he had his fun. He's been having fun and putting his little paw up for attention. He let his brother have his day. He let his brother have Saturday. He's like, no, he can have it, because then he gets to jump in today, or he gets to jump in whenever he wants. And it's not like it's now I'm Odin's woman and Loki's just this pest I have to put up with. I'll always be your pest. Loki will always be my god. He'll always be my patron. Odin will be my patron as well, but it's this thing of, one, it's a convenient title for the relationship. And two, they just get along that way. They really do. I think Loki's relieved I'm working a lot with Odin because there are things Odin can teach you that you can learn easier from Odin than you can learn from Loki, just like Freya. If Freya comes forward, I can learn lessons from her better than I can learn lessons from the boy. With Freya, if we go to the club, she's like, pay attention to this, pay attention to that, note how she's dancing, note this, note that, see how she does her makeup and her hair, everything. So yeah, it's been really good. And I already got those gentle nudges and pushes. I know we talk about absolutely everything as pagans, witches, heathens, whatever, and you know, people will even say about the length of your hair. I've always left mine long. The one time I cut it, and I don't know why I cut it, I think I was rebelling against society and I cut it shorter. I hated it. I couldn't wait for it to grow back out. So I'm really happy it grew back out and I have long hair. To me, it feels like part of my identity of serving Loki and being a heathen and being a pagan and still being a witch. I mean, to me, witch is someone who works magic. It's not a negative thing because I'm not ancient Norse or ancient German or ancient whatever. But, I also like to use the words we have today because sometimes we don't have all the information on boards from before. That's like the lovely lecture I gave you about if you don't understand what something means in a language, don't do the spell on that because you may. Have I ever given you that language, that lecture? Because you may totally mess stuff up. But again, I'm doing a video before coffee, before everything, because we had a really late night. We were up to 3 in the morning, but that was a good late night. And I got up still my regular time, so I'm super tired, but I wanted to get something out to you guys. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.